and preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson, and we'll have Ale LaForge reporting for us. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for R.J. Barrett.
Well, I like that he's really found a balance. He doesn't feel the need to put the team on his back and try to carry them offensively, but he can still bring it when they need him most. And maybe what's most important, he provides. That veteran leadership necessary.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. They've got Charles Bassey, Henderson out there with Scotty Barnes, and it's King in at the 1. And for Denver, they've got Williams. Nikola Jokic is out there with R.J. Barrett, and it's Keith in at the 4. Well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Outside, Williams. To the inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Here's King. Jokic grabs the board. Coles passes to Jokic. Williams on the wing. It's stolen by Henderson. Pass to King. Here's Marks. His last outing, he had 20. Clock at 6. Here's King. Shot from the wing, and that's good. Off the glass that time.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Now here's Barrett. He's covered closely. Williams from long range. Nails it from 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Marks. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Here's King, and he drops it in from the low post. King's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Red hot out of the gates. Keep it rolling.
Barrett passes to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously. That could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Marks, good.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Coles passes to Barrett. Now here's Jokic. Pass to Coles. Denver the rebound. Another shot. And it's Jokic missing.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Here's Marks. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Here's King. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. King's got 6 points. And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A., basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this.
Here's King. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Pass to Marks. Over to the left wing. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
Yeah, last time out, they barely captured a win against this team, and it came down to some key turnovers.
Coles. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Here's King. He's got 6. Left side, Barnes. Here's King. Pass to Henderson. Jacks up with 3. That one is off. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Jokic's shot is good.
Just standing tall at the arc, Jokic buries him.
Here's Marks, guarded by Barrett. And here's Barnes. Pass to Bassie. To the wing, right side. Here's Marks. And again, New Orleans, no good. Denver in the lead. Denver moving it around. And the powerful one-handed slam.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
They double him with Barrett. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Barnes passes to King. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Barnes. Coles with a rebound. The Nuggets lead by 3. Williams on the wing. Pass to Jokic. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by Henderson. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. King, the pass to Marks. Here's King. There's a screen by Bassie to win the drought. Pelicans keep it alive. Here's King. 6 points for him. Second chance effort. Back to Bassie. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Barrett with it. Last game for him, he had 14. Pass to Coles. The 3 ball. Got a hand on it. It's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. And the Nuggets making a change here. Woods checked in. And New Orleans making a change here. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Here's Coles. 17 points in his last outing. And good with the stuff.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Here's King. A reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game. Barnes passes to King. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Just about halfway through the season, Grant. Which half of the season went quicker for you? First and second?
You know, B.A., after all the anticipation, the first half just goes by in a hurry. And the second half, you are in a rhythm, so the games can blend into one. So, I'm going to be a politician. The answer is both.
Clemens is checked in for the Nuggets. And the Pelicans also making a change. Henderson's checked in. Jokic, no good. New Orleans has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Here's Marks, guarded by Wood. To the middle. He connects, and now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Outside, Williams. Here's Keith, defended by Henderson. Launches it, knocks down the long K. Keith's got 7 points in the game.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Here's the pick. Pass to Ellis. Free throw line jumper. And New Orleans getting another bucket right there.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Here's Keith. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Three-pointer. The shot no good.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Here's King. 10 points for him. And here's Ellis. Pass to Barnes. Now Henderson. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Keith. It's hauled in by Henderson. The Pelicans have got 8 of 15 shots to go. King, the pass to Henderson. Three-pointer. Wood grabs the board. Denver has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter. Here's Keith. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Here's Marks. Williams defending. Here's King, and he drives in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And Denver making a change here. And already halfway through the year, let's see how the West is stacking up. Taking a look at New Orleans, so far this hasn't been the season they were hoping for, and time is of the essence. And of course the Nuggets, 3.5 games behind. Here's Wood, right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Launches a 3, King gets the bucket. And now a 3-point New Orleans lead.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Clemens passes to Williams. Here's Coles, top of the key. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Coles has got his second bucket on the night. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
King, the pass to Henderson. There's a screen. Now Ellis. It's stolen away. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Wood. Not a lot of room. Pass to Dantley. Here's Coles. Just 4 to shoot. Denver needs to get off a shot. Dantley. Rebounded by New Orleans. And stolen by Wood. The shot misses. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pelicans ahead, leading by a point. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. Jokic checked in for the Nuggets. R.J. Barrett comes in for Clemens. R.J. Barrett out there with Williams. Then there's Nikola Jokic, and it's Coles in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Barrett passes to Jokic. Shoots from the elbow, and he nails the jumper. Jokic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And the Joker, one of the most efficient mid-range shooters in basketball, seems like he just doesn't miss.
Here's King. 15 points in the game. Shot clock at 6, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Pass to Coles. Outside, Williams. There's the screen. The 3 is up. Here's Jokic. In the paint. Jokic going off.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
Here's Barbosa. Blackman passes to King. To the left side wing. Fires for 3. Coles with a rebound. For Denver, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Pass to Jokic. Jokic is doubled. And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
King, the pass to Barnes. Here's King. Barnes the screen. It's Barnes on the wing. Again, the Pelicans good for 2.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Now here's Jokic. 11 points in the game. No, he's now 4 for 8 shooting.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
King, the pass to Barnes. Here's Blackman. Pass to King. And he lobs it up top. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Outstanding initiative from Barnes. You know, he's solid at knowing when to go after alley-oops.
And so Jokic will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 2, they'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
King, the pass to Barnes. Here's King. 17 points in the game. Back to Barnes. Outside for Dort. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. So Dort's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And now that we have an opportunity, let's check out the top scoring rookies to date. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Pelicans on top, up 5. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Get ready for some IRB and an amazing sun from your pocket by Arena Entertainment.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Denver Nuggets.
You see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting, a peek at the latest returns.
We are really close to it now. One of my favorite events of the year. I just bought a new suit for it.
Yeah, I like the whole week and all the events on the court and off the court is going to be lit. And I bet not be on that waiting list to get into your party, Kenny.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's Barrett. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Scotty Barnes, also Charles Bassey out there, and it's Henderson in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Jokic, puts the fadeaway right on the money. Jokic has got 15.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Bassey, the pass to Barnes.
Nuggets foul. Coles. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's King. 5 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. Rebounded by Denver. Outside Barrett. Jokic against Henderson. Jokic passes to Coles. Williams up top. Coles up at the elbow. Off the left rim and out. The Pelicans lead by 3. Pass to Barnes. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Coles, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. King, the pass to Barnes. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Barnes with a screen on Jokic. Again, the Pelicans good for 2.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life. It probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball." Back over to you.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Here's Coles. Pass to Jokic. 4-3. Deflected. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Here's Coles. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Coles has gotten his 3rd basket of the night. New Orleans leading by 7. Marks passes to King. Fires from the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And that was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
Second personal foul. First substitution on the court.
Here's Coles. He has 7. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Now Jokic. He's got 15. 4 on the clock. It's tipped. In transition. Here they come. Here's Henderson. The rebound by Keith. Nuggets trail by 6. Outside, Williams. Pass to Coles. Outside, Barrett. Jokic, the screen. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. That one, no good. The Pelicans have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Blackman passes to King. Ellis outside. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Barrett. Back to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Here's Ellis. And again, New Orleans no good.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Driving in, Keith. And King pulls it down. King's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Ellis. Here's Peters. Here's King. He's got 21. And the Pelicans miss again. Williams in the post. Defended by Henderson. Williams' shot is good.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Peters. Now here's Ellis. Six to shoot. No good. Had a chance to win the run there.
Good offense beats good defense? Not always.
To the wing on the left. Barrett finds Jokic. Back to Barrett. For the tie. And King pulls it down. King's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Peters. Here's King. And stolen by Jokic. Driving to the basket. And he goes in for the dunk.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
They set the pick. Pass to Peters. And he throws it down with one hand.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Stripped it away. Now Jokic. Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Now here's Barrett. He's guarded by Ellis. Barrett passes to Coles. Sinks that one from the post. Coles has got 9.
I just love the ball movement.
Ellis outside. Pass to King. Pulls it in from the elbow. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Outside Barrett. Clock at 6. There's the 3. And King pulls it down.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Pass to Peters. Here's Blackman. Williams defending. Down low. And stolen by Jokic. And they're on the break. Here's Keith. Yep, that one goes. And now a 4-point Nugget lead.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get off the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Here's King. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Pass to Coles. Here's Keith. He's got 15. From behind the arc. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Keith's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
New Orleans calls timeout. And Tim, 1 year you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range. Not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the three could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
To the left wing. Pass to Coles. Outside, Williams. Here's Clemens. 16 feet out. No good, off the front rim.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Barbosa. Williams defending. And there's the screen. And he lobs it up to the rim. And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. Here's a look at the schedule for Denver. On Sunday, they'll go up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Tuesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And for that game against Los Angeles, that's where you have to bring your A-plus effort, especially when you know you're going to be facing a more talented team.
And Denver making a change here. Barrett's checked in. King gets the bucket. And now just a three-point Nugget lead.
That is a great inbounds play design and flawless execution.
Here's Danley, and it's rejected. And they'll get another chance. Wood outside. Williams with the screen. Wood passes to Williams. Here's Wood. Here's the three. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's King. Give him 23. Vanderbilt with a screen. To the paint. Pass to Barbosa. There's the triple. He's off on that one. And we've reached the end of the third. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 6. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
Well, this is... Williams against Barnes. It's stolen by Barnes. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. Blackman passes to Garrett. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Pass to Keith. Six to shoot. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. Jokic is checked in for Denver. Wood comes in for Clemens. Here's Marks. Here's Blackman. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Pass to King. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Barnes. And stolen by Williams. Here we go, one-on-one. Good on the shot. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
And the key is attacking before the defense gets set.
King, the pass to Barnes. And stolen by Williams. Here's Keith. And a miss there on the triple.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Here's King. Shot clock at 6. And it's good for 2. King's got 25 points.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Barrett's checked in for the Nuggets. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Denver's coach was going over with his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Allie, thank you. And the first one at the line is good.
Shooting for New Orleans.
And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's King. Pass to Marks. Here's King. They set the screen to take the lead. Here's Garrett. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
First personal foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
Well, how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
To halt the run. Blocked! Here's King. Pass to Marks. Fires the 3. Drops in the 3. And now a 5-point Pelican lead.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
Here's Keefe. Williams with it. Inside. It's intercepted. Pass to King. Here's Marks. And no one in the vicinity.
He's been so effective down the stretch, capitalizing on all his opportunities.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Outside Barrett. On the clock. For 3. Ooh, it doesn't go.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
Here's Marks, guarded by Barrett. Here's King. Lets it go from 14. Extra points. Crucial second chance bucket.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
Barrett outside. That's tipped. Jokic with it. Passing on him. Barrett outside. Here's Jokic. Puts up the tray. It's deflected. Minute 32 left in the fourth. There's a screen by Bassi. From about 19. Oh, a perfect jumper.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Jokic is doubled. Barrett outside. They set a pick. Shoots it up. He drills the wide open jumper. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Marks, covered by Jokic. Outside Henderson, lets loose for 3. Here's King. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Barnes, puts up the tray. Yes, sir, with the three.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
And that basket is good.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
No good from three. So New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll do it, folks. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And now, our player of the game.